Hi, welcome to Mexico. My name is Juan Pablo and I'm from Horrorama, and I'm going to ask you some questions. But first of all, I want to congratulate you because the movie is fantastic. I had a really, really good time. As I say it myself as a horror fan. Where did the idea of making a supernatural period piece with vampires came from? Because blues vampires is not something that you watch every day.
um, it mostly came from my relationship with my uncle, who was from Mississippi, and loved blues music. I would listen to it when I was around him. He passed away in 2015, and I started listening to music to remind myself of him, and I got inspired to maybe make something in the space that was about the music, and because, I was listening to the music to remind myself of somebody who had passed away. It kind of led its way to start thinking about it in a supernatural sense. I love horror movies. I love genre films. I haven't had a chance to make one yet. So that all those things kind of coalesce, I would say.
Okay, and this is for Michael. This is the first time you played two characters in the same movie. How was that experience like?
It was an incredible experience, I think outside of the technical aspect of being able, having a, body double sometimes that I'm speaking to and acting against, and sometimes I'm acting against, nothing at all, maybe a tennis ball or something like that. You know what I mean? But I think to be able to build two different characters that have different relationships with the characters around them were very interesting to me. Like Smoke had Annie, Stack had Mary, and Stack treated, Annie differently than he treated, Mary, and vice versa with Smoke. So I just think that complexity of those relationships was really fun and challenging at times, but it made for a great time.
It was fantastic.
Thank you.
And this is for Ryan. How was black exploitation important in your life and influential for this film?
Yeah, that's a great question, man. Like, I came up in the early '90s essentially when I started actually watching movies, and it was after the black exploitation era. But I felt the ripples of it, through the filmmakers that I was watching, through Spike's movies, through John Singleton's movies. John eventually made he remade Shaft, I guess it was the 2000, like the late '90s, early 2000s, which was a direct remake of one of the more iconic blaxploitation films. And I'm from Oakland, where a lot of those movies were shot and based. A movie like The Mac, I would listen to Snoop in his albums, and you would have like blaxploitation references. Outkast would have blaxploitation references in the music. So it got to me in a way that was less direct than watching a movie. Obviously Tarantino was super influenced, by that, and Robert Rodriguez. So watching their movies would kind of get it there. But eventually I went to film school and watched them for real, you just feel the impact of it and everything.
Okay, that's fantastic. That's all the time that we have. Thank you so much for your time and congratulations on the film. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you,
Thank you for your time, man.